Good morning, YouTube viewers and subscribers. Today's engine run is a privilege, actually, and I'm honored to be able to run this engine. This is a friend of mine, customer's engine. It's an Enya 60XF-4 engine. It just says 60X here, but on the box I think it said XF4. This is a brand new engine. Jay sent this to me just so I could add it to my Glow Engine video database and to break it in for him. So I mixed up a quart of 5% fuel with added castor, and I've got a 12.6 APC prop on here. Now, when this engine came to me, it had an OS-F plug in here. I don't ever run a 4-stroke plug in a 2-stroke engine, so I took that plug out and put a used Enya number 3 engine in this. Now, it also did not come with an exhaust, but I happen to have an Enya 60XF-4 or Mark III engine, so I've got the exhaust from that engine bolted onto this. Now, this has got a carb on here, unlike any Enya 2-stroke carb I've ever owned before or operated before, and it's got a high-speed needle. It's got a throttle stop screw, which is nice. It's got a low-speed needle, and it's got an air bleed adjustment. So I looked at the instructions, and I've got these needles set. It even tells you exactly how to set the low speed up initially. So I've done exactly what the instructions say for setting up both high and low speed needles for the very first run. It did not say anything about the air bleed screw. So I've got that set normally, or where I normally set an air bleed screw to start with, which is 50% covering the opening. Now, since this is the very first time this has ever seen fuel, this is going to be a break-in run. In fact, I'm going to run the entire quart of fuel I made up for break-in. So I don't really expect to tweak this engine out too much. It is an AAC engine. It does not have a ring. It's an aluminum piston, aluminum chrome-plated sleeve. So it's similar to an ABC engine. So the break-in could be somewhat like an ABC engine, except that the Enya instructions, very much like all of their instructions, say run it at a rich setting. And the instructions also say that this thing really won't be broken in for about 90 minutes of runtime. Obviously, I'm not going to put 90 minutes on this thing. In fact, I figure this first tank is going to go through here pretty quick. So let's just see. I'm going to try and hand start this thing and see if we can hand start it and see how this thing runs for the first time. These damn Enya number 3 plugs don't like to lock. Like this. Oh, there we go. first tank. Man, oh man, there are just some engines that just do nothing but bring a big ass smile to your face. And most Enya two-strokes do. Shit. This thing is incredible. Really makes me want to pull my Mark III out and run it some more because, I mean, obviously the transition is not right because this was the first run. I wasn't even attempting to try and make the transition good. It's humid here today because there's a lot of condensation built up around this carb. But man, this engine starts by hand very easily, runs extremely well. It was just wanting me to lean that needle out, but I wasn't going to do it anymore. Not for the first run, probably not even for the second run. I'll probably make a video of the final run, but I'm going to run that entire quart of fuel through this tank, or through this engine. But man, that was a sweet ass first run. I mean, hopefully you could see how much exhaust smoke was coming out and how rich it was, because it was a big cloud. This is a killer engine. This is a really freaking sweet engine. So, Jay, thank you very much for giving me the honor to run this engine, run some fuel through this engine for the first time, because this is a pleasure. This engine is freaking awesome, and I know you're going to love it when you get it back home and you put your tuned pipe on it. So, thank you, Jay, for this opportunity, and thank you all for watching.